I will admit and cut myself some slack that I'm all right, okay, pretty good at finding videos in the depths of YouTube, any wherever of Google, but like just searching things. I don't know if I could really self-proclaim that I've mastered anything. That's kind of, I don't feel like I'm setting myself up if I'm doing that, but I'm pretty good at it. I'm all right. I guess I could say I'm proficient. To put it in a made up sort of corporate term, a resource aggregator, I guess, resource collector, resource finder. I'll make my fake Indeed listing right now, I guess. But that would be something that would be like, okay, I could kind of work with that. Just send people basically be a sort of middleman, intermediary, to use another, if I'm using that right, for the algorithm. Which is like, I guess some people are like, why would you even want that? But I don't know. Some people like a human touch. I don't know why, but it makes it seem it's more direct, more warm, or something like that, than just ones and zeros, which implies that we aren't one. Never mind. I'm not even getting it. I don't even know what that means. Stuff like that kind of it might be interesting to think about from a sci-fi point of view, but I don't feel like doing that. But truly, I feel that is something I could do. So I'll I'll put in the lengthy 10-word search for on Indeed for that job position, and we'll see. It's kind of messed up though that there are so many. I like to assume that there are so many seemingly small, insignificant tasks and skills that people could do that just aren't traditional or considered valuable in the eyes of, I guess, stereotypically um, desirable or successful or meaningful, but are actually genuinely helpful. The unsung sort of things. There's so many even with like music. Sometimes it could just find some. Some people say like going down the rabbit hole is a bad thing, and it can be sometimes. But in certain cases, you could find stuff like this, and it's like, wow, that's really. And look at the view count, 109 views. Subscriber count, less than 1,000. And I found it, and the first thing that popped, not the first thing when I searched it, but like when I scrolled down a little bit, it was a YouTube short out of all things. And then most YouTube shorts have a link to the full video. Sometimes it'll be a little bit misleading and it'll send you to like a related video, but not directly the video that it came from, which is, I don't know if it's YouTube doing that or the creator, but whatever, it's fine. But yeah, there's so many things that's like this around, and I feel like it'll be an interesting sort of a circle coping thing going on. We could all just cope each other off a little bit and help each other out, and that would make the world go round. Maybe that's a little bit ambitious. I don't know. The audacity to cope, to dream, and all that. But it is a weird job title. It was so interesting to be a human YouTube recommender, to basically be the human version of the YouTube algorithm. I mean, you would still be using the YouTube algorithm, obviously, but like, I guess to work with people to help them find what they're looking for, sort of. kind of. But I think body doubling would also kind of, or just being there sometimes is helpful. Even though I'm the type of person who doesn't want anyone, but it's kind of like, it's not that I don't want people around. It's just, it's so many people are just people, you know, it's myself included, obviously. So it's just a lot of whatever, being around people and the ego and all that. So it's kind of, it would be kind of paradoxical because I would put myself in a position that I would never put myself in if I was on the other side. I would never ask for help. I would never seek out anybody. As messed up as it sounds, that's just, I'm sort of working on it. I don't even know if it could change that much, but you know, I'm doing what I can. Uh, but I guess if the goal was to help people like me, then it would, unfortunately, not. I don't think people, I guess people like me actually do get help, but it's just like when things get really bad and they reach a dead end, essentially, then it's when they hit rock bottom or something, then it's like, okay, fine. When they truly look death in the eyes, and it's like, oh, maybe I should talk to somebody, fine. So in that case, I might still be able to help, quote unquote, people like me. So I like jobs like that, though. I feel like that would actually, you know, like it could actually do something. But the hard part is actually finding the people, and then finding people who, it's not even about payment necessarily. To be honest, I would be on some work for food type thing. Like, you don't even have to give me the money directly at this point. I think I could go a year and just whatever spend from my account off of like actual purchases or like little miscellaneous stuff. But just like, if someone could like direct deposit the stuff just to my, like, just have a food account, you know what I mean? If that makes sense. So it would be like, it could either be literal, like they actually just buy food for me, like actually just do my grocery shopping for me, and that's the trade-off. If like, if I helped you, then just give me the food, we're even. Bada bing, bada boom. It's like a, what do they call, I forgot the exact wording of it, but it's like that restaurant model or concept where you pay however much you think it's worth type of thing, which kind of, I don't know, that's kind of interesting for like a psychological perspective. That might be actually a little messed up, low-key, to pay how much you think it's worth. I don't know if it's paying for the food or in terms of tip. I think it's for the, or it could be both. But that model is kind of interesting. That's got to be like a whole study essentially going on. But that's like what is that? Kind of like donations, sort of. But anyway, that sort of model essentially. That's basically where I'm at. If I could just have the essentials covered, I think that would make life slightly more bearable, and I would be sort of helping people. And when you help people, you're helping yourself, and yada yada. Or the consciousness universe is observing itself, and all right, that would be quite neat. I feel like just to have the basics covered, that's really hard. I don't actually need the physical money or like the numbers in the damn account. I just need this stuff covered, like the quote unquote assurance of the survival thing, and that's all right. And I think that's like basically welfare, but with extra steps, I think. But it's from other people, so it's kind of more of a community based system, which is real fun. Okay, all right.